How are you doing? Who was it? It was our marshal. They're gaining strength, but he's no match for me. Does he really think an officer worker can against the technician? But I'm glad he's playing golf today. If he actually came over, it would have gotten a little complicated. Did he call from a golf course? Is he working or what? I bet Ohtaka-kun wanted to come over with the marshal. He's probably real upset about now. So the indirect attack hasn't worked. You think they'll try a direct one? Will Ohtaka come here? We can't get a hold of the chief, he'll have to. You know, for all I know, he's probably talking to Kumagai here, and I'm giving him the old man voice. If you can't get a hold of the chief, he'll have to. It's almost 8:30. Main doors will open soon. Morning had finally arrived. The chorus of cicadas had begun. That familiar sound would make one think it was just another day, but it was hardly going to be normal. It wasn't just an ordinary Sunday. Ooishi and his men already realized they were grazing the tip of a huge conspiracy. Knowing how Ohtaka-kun is, he'll probably come through the main entrance. And that's what a guy like him would do. Now this must be the old guy then. I'll be here to take care of the phone calls. You guys take care of him, okay? Yeah, I'll go welcome him. Kuma-chan, take care of this place. The lobby of the Okima Police was just like that of any other police station. It could hardly be said to have a welcoming atmosphere. Some of the tiles on the floor were broken and cracked, so sometimes people tripped on them. Those spots were covered by pieces of cardboard, and there was a sign that said, "Caution, watch your step." There was also a pot with a dead plant in it. It was far from a friendly lobby. Like hospitals and banks, there wasn't a line of people at the counters in the police station. There were a few sitting on a sofa waiting for the counters to open. And they would open soon. Some workers were standing by on the other side of the counters. Ohtaka was snobbish enough that Ooishi didn't want to deal with him first thing in the morning. Bonnie was a pretty young woman with big boobs. What? Ooishi and his men were on a very important job. If Ohtaka found out that Rika Freddy's death had been faked, the operation was finished. They're only able to shake up the enemy now, while Rika Freddy's death is still on the books. They had to stall for every minute, every second they could, so Tomitaki could seize hold of the tail that was popping out. So if the truth about Rika Freddy's death was exposed before Tomitaki had that chance, the enemy would recover. Emergency manual would regain its credibility, and although the enemy wouldn't enact it immediately, he would try again for sure. Rika Freddy had detected a conspiracy ahead of time. That was a miracle. The divine wins. Japan had prevented Mongol invasions twice in the past with such miracles, but nothing like that happened during World War II. They might not be so lucky next time. might not get another chance. There might be no next time at all. Unless they defeat them this time, they would never win again. But it was possible to do some serious damage. A tied game would inevitably lead to the enemy's victory. That completely exposed what the enemy was up to. Allowing Tomitake to call in his aggression unit to defeat them. That was why Ooishi had to stop their vanguard here. His job, therefore, was an extremely important one. If the enemy's conspiracy succeeded, Himiza would be destroyed, and more than 2,000 villagers would be executed in a gas disaster. Either way, the incident would never go public. But people's lives depended on him. Ooishi was violating his professional duties. However, he had to do what was right. Ooishi fought back to when the old man taught him that. Someone who, despite the hot weather, was wearing a suit, came in through the automatic sliding door. He had two of his colleagues with him. He was showing off his authority like he always did. Good morning, Ohtaka-kun. You don't even have a cat reported. Oh, boo. Well. Good morning, Ooishi-san. By the way, please don't address me with such full of familiarity. I'm no longer in a position where you can talk to me that way. Oh, don't be like that, Ohtaka-kun. We used to play mahjong together, didn't we? Taka seemed disgusted to hear that. Used to boast about being a good mahjong player, but Ooishi once beat him badly in front of many people, which hurt his pride. I would love to chat with you, but I'm in a hurry today, so please excuse me. Hey, don't say that. Don't you remember the time when you forgot to write certificates for the kendo tournaments? You begged me to help you. I wrote them for you backstage. And that was why the award ceremony went on smoothly, did it? I truly appreciate that, but that has nothing to do with this right now. Oh, I didn't know you appreciated it. Sorry about that. Never heard anything like that before. Down at the prefecture station, they think I begged to write it. Then I begged to write it, and then you turned the offer down and let me write it for you. Wasn't that the excuse you used when the director called you up asking what happened since my handwriting on the delivery wasn't so great? That was a long sentence. Well, I don't know. Maybe someone misunderstood. At the very least, I never said such a thing. Prefectural police headquarters may be your territory, but unfortunately this is Ohtaka PD. You won't get your own way here. Oh, and what do you mean by that, Ooishi-san? I don't know why you're here, but your jurisdiction's in Gogora, not Ohtaka. I'd like to ask you to leave. Under what authority? And what authorization do you have to be here? I'm in the middle of a classified investigation on behalf of headquarters. I've heard that there's an unidentified body related to that investigation here. Well then, please inquire on the phone. Ohtaka isn't a rich neighborhood. This isn't a place where someone in a custom-made suit should be. I see, so you're ganging up with the guys in forensics, There should be an order for the marshal to hand over the autopsy report to the prefectural police headquarters. Then there should have been an explanation to the marshal for the forensics department already. The body is still being examined. Because of a slip-up at our part, there's been a rumor going around that the body was already identified. Anyway, they need a little more time to finish up their reports. Then I would like to attend the autopsy. No. What? I am requesting it as the person in charge of this classified investigation at the prefectural headquarters. That's the truth. Look, I don't want to doubt your policeman spirit. Policeman spirit is a noble one, see. Sure, no one would go into this business if we weren't getting paid for it. But you know, you can't be a good detective without dedication that can't be measured by your pay alone. If you say you have that spirit, I'll let you through. Look in Ooishi's eyes made clear the anger that was roiling within him. As he looked into those eyes, Ooishi recalled all kinds of frightening memories. Ohtaka. Ohtaka didn't want Ooishi to sense his fear, but he couldn't prevent himself from loudly swallowing. Okay, then please let me through. I'm here because of my policeman spirit. Please step aside. Why don't you make me with your policeman spirit? Come on. What? If your policeman spirit is as strong as mine, you should be able to brush me aside easily. Come on. Right. Ooishi was obviously saying that he had no intention of letting Ohtaka through. How could he do this? Ohtaka was confused. Ohtaka was an elite policeman at the prefectural police headquarters. He believed academic background and performance record were enough to earn trust. He has been working hard under that belief. But Ooishi doesn't acknowledge that, and he doesn't even respect him. He's a scumbag. He was the worst type of person. One who tried to establish their meaning and purpose only through rough means. Refused to acknowledge everything about their superiors in order to protect their own pride, as uncivilized people often did. Yes, there's the guy who's in on a conspiracy that would lead to at least 2,000 deaths. I don't know how much he actually knows about it, but he's kind of in on it. Ohtaka had been thinking ever since they worked together. Why did people trust someone like Ooishi? Why did people respect someone like him? Why did people appreciate someone like Ooishi more than they did Ohtaka? Move. If you don't, I accuse you of interfering with an investigation. What kind of investigation? If you tell me, I'll help you. Didn't you hear me? It's classified. Can't talk about it to someone like you. I see. Well, if you can't tell me everything, you can tell me one thing instead. What do you have resting on your shoulders? On my shoulders? What are you talking about? I have something on my shoulders. The fate of 2,000 villagers rests there. If I let you through those 2,000 villagers, no, their relatives as well, you'll all be very sad. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? I have no idea what you're on about. Okay, I'll tell you. Your boss is planning something terrifying. Bet you haven't fought it through that far, but it's a conspiracy that will make thousands of people unhappy. That conspiracy about to crumble, and that's why they woke you up and ordered you to investigate. I don't know how much you're getting paid for this, but that's more important than your policeman spirit. We should stop talking there, but his eyes continue to speak after that. What in the world are you talking about? Anyway, please just let me through. Naga's baffled behavior confirmed what Ooishi had just said. He had been bought off by someone shady. Though maybe he didn't think that he was bought. He probably thought he was just filling a request to confirm Rika Frede's body as a favor from somebody in the information network. He assumed he built himself. Of course, the part about it being a classified investigation was a lie. But when an elite policeman from Prefectural Headquarters said it was a classified investigation, everyone would grovel and salute him. But Ooishi didn't salute him at all! This is a waste of my time. I'll file a formal complaint to the marshal later. But... Hey, wait a minute. I'm not done yet. As Ohtaka tried to walk by, Ooishi grabbed him by the arm. Ohtaka tried to make him let go, but Ooishi was just too strong. Ow! Let me go, Ooishi-san! Oh, I'm not putting that much strength into it. You have a policeman's spirit that shouldn't stop you. Unshakable righteousness should knock me down easy. But you can't even get my hand off your arm. You know why? Get off me! Because you don't have a policeman's spirit! Man, he's certainly gonna get in trouble. Ooishi's gonna get in a lot of trouble for pulling off all this. Definitely see why he'd have to think about it so much. He's risking his whole career here, man. Ooishi let go of his shoulder and Ohtaka tumbled onto the floor, sliding for more than 2 meters. What is this? This is interference with an investigation. It's interference with a government official executing his duties. No, this is assault. Arrest him immediately. Ohtaka ordered his 2 colleagues around, but they didn't know what to do. Ooishi was also a policeman, and obviously there was something more going on between them. Besides, they could sense one thing. Their instincts would tell them that Ooishi was far stronger than them. They were no match at all. What's going on, Ooishi-san? Some officers were gathering in the lobby. They all looked puzzled. Nothing much. This greenhorn from the Prefectural Headquarters demanded something selfish, so I just taught him a lesson. The officers ultimately looked between Ooishi and Ohtaka. They knew something was going on, but they didn't know the circumstances, so they didn't know which one to stop. Ooishi was respected by the policemen of the Ohtaka station. Everyone respected him. If Ooishi said that Ohtaka was being selfish, then he must be at fault. Ooishi was generally seen as sensible. All them thought that Ooishi would only do this in a public place like a lobby, or if it was something major. Ohtaka was feeling humiliated to get such attention. He stood up calmly, hiding his humiliation with anger. See, I understand your position, but I'm not here on a child's errand here. I like your spirit, so I'm ready to go if you are. Bring it on, Great Hall. Not enough. That's all you got. Damn it. That's your policeman's spirit. I have 2,000 in Mizawan village resting on my shoulders. The lives of 2,000 people in my jurisdiction depend on me. Why don't you attack me with a spirit that's strong enough to knock down 2,000 people? Ow! It was like watching a match between a sumo wrestler and a small child. No matter how many times Ohtaka tried to tackle Ooishi, he simply crumbled against him. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Ooishi stood firm as if his feet were rooted to the earth. I mean, we don't know what this guy looks like, but he's definitely, probably not exactly someone who could, you know, win a fight against anyone. By the third time, Ohtaka tumbled to the floor and finally realized that he had been provoked. He caught his breath and fixed his hair. Okay, I'll tell you. The case I'm investigating has something to do with the Sonozaki family. I was asked by someone to check on something. Why you beat around the bush? Can you say it more directly than that? At any rate, the question of the death of that girl is said to be the mascot of the religion here in Ibiza. I have to confirm if she is dead or alive immediately. I told you we explained that over the phone. Still under investigation. They need more time. Well, I didn't want to tell you this. His request was, to tell you the truth, it was requested by someone you really hate, Representative Sonozaki. Ah, that scary man with a crest on his haka. Yeah, you're right, I do hate him. That man threatened me and have to abandon logic and push his demand through too. See? Representative Sonozaki requests that I check the body immediately. It's a request by a citizen. Police department is acting as citizens. Of course I accepted his request. Rika isn't just any girl in his arm. She's a very special little girl. If a rumor goes around saying her dead body was found, of course someone has to go confirm it, right? You do better to not say things like that in a public place. In a lobby, you know. Excuse me. Ohtaka suddenly realized his mistake. Some people were even whispering behind him. One of them spoke to Ohtaka hesitantly. Is it true that Rika is dead? Don't worry, madam. We haven't confirmed that yet. We're from the Correctional Police, and that's why we're here. That's right. It's not certain yet. We're still investigating as we speak. I'm only asking to attend the autopsy. You'd better think carefully. I'm here on behalf of Representative Sonozaki. Keep interfering, I'll tell him all about it. You'll be in a tight spot if we should. But do you think it's time to surrender? Representative Sonozaki was well known in this area as an extremely tough congressman. The people who knew about him continued to whisper. Ohtaka grinned when he heard about them whispering. He realized then that in Okima his threat was more effective than he thought it would be. Why, did you really ask him to do that, Saburo-san? So, excuse me, did Representative Sonozaki really ask you to do that? He certainly did. Representative asked me directly. So what about it? Ooishi-san, isn't it time to surrender? People continued to whisper. Representative Sonozaki's big name around here, Ohtaka thought. Even gangsters give way if someone mentions his name here in Okima. If you're really afraid of the representative, please let me through, Ooishi-san. Please go to counter number 8 to get a traffic ticket reissued. When did I get a traffic ticket? Ooishi suddenly started talking about something completely different. In fact, Ooishi was looking at someone behind Ohtaka. Huh? Who was he talking to? Ohtaka wondered. An old-fashioned elderly man and a lady in a kimono were standing behind him. When Ohtaka's eyes met with hers, she smiled at him. She's definitely my type, Ohtaka thought. Hey you, were you really asked by Representative Sonozaki personally? Not by his secretary or someone else? Yes, of course. Representative Sonozaki and I are very close. He sometimes calls me directly. The elderly man continued to listen with a puzzled expression. Who the heck are you? There's no need for me to introduce myself. I'm just an ordinary policeman with the Correctional Police Headquarters. What incredible timing, I mean. I can only laugh. I can only pause the recording because it's been now 58 minutes. And this scene is still ongoing, so, yeah, a moment while I, stop the recording and start the recording again. So, yeah. And we are back. We are back again. What incredible timing. Haha, so I can laugh, right? I wasn't sure. But I couldn't understand why Ooishi and this lady were laughing. Oh, I see. What are you doing here together? Well, you know, remember that ticket? I did see the no left turn sign because of a tree branch. There was a policeman on a motorcycle waiting right at the exit. I didn't think that was fair. Saburo-san said I should complain, so that's why he came along today. Ah, roadside trees in the city hall's jurisdiction. We get those complaints pretty often, but it's a rather complicated matter. I didn't like the fact that a policeman was waiting at the exit, so I'm here to complain about it. I understand. I'll talk to City Hall and traffic section. Do you think you can settle this peacefully for today? If you say so. We'll leave quietly for today. When Ohtaka realized they were Ooishi's guests, he fixed his tie and spoke up. But you have to pay for your traffic ticket. It's the law. You sure are annoying, aren't you? He is, isn't he? Sometimes he can be pretty funny, though. I'm in the middle of an important conversation with Ooishi-san. When you're done, please get going. Have a nice day, man. Yeah, man, wait. Oh, I skipped that bit. Oh, grab. He's been grabbed there. Oh, was that Akane that grabbed him? Haha, you have a nice day too, sir. Grab. The two of them grabbed Ohtaka's shoulders from behind. The lady grabbed his right shoulder, and the elderly man grabbed his left. Mr. Prefectural Policeman, I have two things I detest in this world. Do you know what they are? One is shiitake mushrooms. I just don't like them. Never have, ever since I was born. I don't like to eat them, and I don't like their broth either. The second one is lies. I don't like to use them, and I don't like people using them with me. How can I step back after being ridiculed like me? I feel like this might be, Oh no, it is her then. How can I step back after being ridiculed like this? I am the demon princess of Shishimura Akane Sonozaki. I'll never back up when someone starts a fight with me. Maybe that was Ooishi then. Don't say that about yourself. Also, that would have been perfect if you'd used a citizen instead of a demon princess. The police officers, the citizens in the lobby, and Ohtaka's colleagues didn't know what was going on. Let me introduce them. Mrs. Akane Sonozaki-san. This is the Vice President of Shishimura City Women's Candle Club. This is Saburo Sonozaki-san. He's Honorary Director of the Prefectural Candle League. Oh, I should mention its formal title. This is Shishimura's 2nd District Representative Sonozaki-sensei. Well, you're here to give Ohtaka some good lesson, right? He's the instructor for the Prefectural Police's Candle Club, after all. Thank you for coming. Yeah, please show them to the dojo. And, representative? Is this Representative Sonozaki talking now? The same. Didn't you say we were close? I think we'll have lots of fun together today. Oh, I'm so excited. The two of them were still clinging to his shoulders and laughing meaningfully. Ohtaka laughed along with them. That was perfect timing though. All the odds, but he was telling that bullshit lie, and they just happened to turn up at that exact moment. Are you sure? Did you really confirm that the Queen Carrier was at home yesterday? What do you mean by confirm? I just went by because I heard she got a corpse. So how could they have found her corpse? That's just impossible. That's right, that's impossible. But unless it's confirmed, some people might misunderstand. Who would misunderstand what? I mean, the whole village would go in a panic if they found out Rika is dead. Now I'm certain that she's lying. I don't even need to wait to hear from Tomitaki-san. Dagna-san's objective is the execution of the emergency manual. Its premise is about to be destroyed, and that's why she's panicking. She finally found someone who showed an interest in her research, which made her feel better about herself. Yet that someone is about to cut her off, and that's why she's panicking. She's as pitiful as can be. If it were possible, if there was a way to reach out to her, I'd reach out to save her from drowning. But my hand will never reach. It won't reach her unless she reaches out. She's drowning, but as long as she refuses to seek help, I'll never reach her. Unless she realizes it herself, and how much I reach out, she'll refuse my helping hand. However, my selfish imagination will have to stop there for now. Is Rika-chan home or not? If she goes into the details, she'll become suspicious of me, since I told her I saw Rika-chan at home. That will put me in a very dangerous position. A man who had been on the phone for some time put down the receiver. Major, there's no answer. There's nobody home. What is the observation unit saying? You know, I think this is like a tense cliffhanger. It's been like 2-hour recording. I wasn't really expecting to record much. I was like, I feel like crap, you know, got a horrible cough where it's like, But I was getting into the plot there, man. Things are really heating up in the plot now, aren't they? But that'll do for this record session. Look at that. Now we're gonna get that. Word of the day first. What shall it be? You know what? That actually, I was about to. You know what? I'll go with 2. Intense Moretsuna. Moretsuna. What's your guess? Just like Moretsuna. Whatever the fuck. I don't know, because the na is kind of like feels like it's added on for something. I don't know. But interesting. Omoshiroi. Interesting indeed. Let's save, and I'll do. But man, all this time we like Takado's like character portrait has mostly just been like 2 or 3 different emotions, and throughout this we're just seeing her like constantly looking very angry. Understandable, I suppose, but whatever. See you next time, viewers. See you next time.